I'm going to draw Asta's portrait. And I'm going to start with a background that's a little deep. I'm going to cover the page somewhat and recreate the main outlines of the face. I'm going to work a lot on the shadow and light. I'm using charcoals that aren't too dry. Here I have two different sizes, a craft knife and one very sharp, so we have to handle it carefully. Perhaps some coloured pencils to add a little bit of warmth or cool to the colour. And I've got a blue pencil and a red chalk pencil in very dry pastels. I've two rubbers. I've got a rubber that erases and I've got a very old dirty rubber that I use a bit like a blending stump like that. And I've chosen a grained paper in two formats. We'll see which one we end up using. And then at the end, the fixative. Somewhere around here. The thing is to remain as abstract as possible for as long as possible, not going into the detail. I'm doing this to check the width of her shoulders. Goes down to the collarbone. A bit more perhaps. I'm also looking where the edge of the shoulder falls compared to the face. It's a bit more to the left. A bit more that way. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to cover the paper, not everywhere. I'm keeping light areas at the bottom and on the face. I'm going to focus a lot on the line separating shadow and light, which is here, all the way down. So the line separating shadow and light on the photo is really on the median line of the face. The median line is the line that crosses the middle of the face. There are quite a few shadows on the top of the head, so I'm going to do them. What's most striking visually is perhaps the shadow under the mouth, rather than the mouth itself. Sometimes we spend too much time drawing the shape of the mouth when we shouldn't be drawing in too much detail, always as little as possible. Here I'm in front of the hair, here I'm on the hair, and here I'm under the hair. It's like a cube. Above all, I mustn't focus on the hair in too much detail. A general colour here, and I'm going to keep the white for the face. So we have the waves in the hair, curly hair, and that makes shadows that cut across like that. With my blending stump, I'm smudging them a little bit. For a face like that, or for any subject in fact, we have to try to work on everything at the same time. I'm going to start adding a few colours. It can be interesting to have a warm colour, a cool colour, a warm colour, a cool colour as an alternating effect. And even if it means going back here with something that's a bit more warm. With the blending stump, I'm softening, crushing the pigment into the paper a little bit. Here I'm lightening the colour to the left of the face. What's really great when the paper is covered is that we draw with the charcoal and with the rubber. We draw as much with one as with the other. This is quite a good way to correct yourself when you're working and we don't always see clearly. So I look at my subject and what I'm in the process of creating in reverse in the mirror, and I see things that I didn't see before. So I can see here that there's a shadow that needs to be a wee bit bigger.